All right, we're live. It's been a while.
Finally, it's been a while. I haven't been this horned up in at least a couple weeks.
I'm pretty sure you've been horned up most of your life.
Why wouldn't it be? I'm a man with needs.
Man with needs. We got plenty to talk about. Like I said, it's been 2 weeks. Actually, 2 weeks in one day. Horned Up is now on Thursdays. So buckle up. Summer. Buckle up.
Yeah, at least for the summer. Maybe we'll get back to normal Wednesday routine. Who knows what's going to happen during the season? I don't know. I can't predict that far. I'm not Nostradamus. I don't know who that guy is.
Well, we got Billy Bats. We got Bob Swede, Mark J, Dilly in the house. We're going to give her a little bit here. Let people stream on in. Grab a beer, maybe some peanuts. Julian Marker. Always love to see him.
I already see a one R.I.P. Ray L. Hell yeah. R.I.P. Ray Liotta.
That was me.
Was it? That was you, rascal.
Yeah, this show is dedicated to Ray Liotta. Part of one of the best movies ever, Field of Dreams and Goodfellas. So damn it, get yourself a beer for Ray.
He may have had the sexiest eyes in all of Hollywood.
He might have. Great actor, though. Great actor. Sad day.
Yeah, I didn't see what was the cause. Did you see any reports on that?
I had to guess it was probably just because, just for being awesome. Jelly Monster. Davey. Wow. My name is Jeff. May the wind always be at your back. Hell yeah.
Well said. Well said. I look extra pale today. I think I got your skin tone lately.
Mark J, you're damn right. Top 5 of all time. I would argue top 3 of all time.
Wow. It's bold.
Monamidai in the house.
Monamidai. Miss him so much.
Old Versteeg. I think Tim Versteeg and I are going to probably meet up and I'd say probably 2023 and have ourselves a couple cold beers. It's going to be awesome.
Wow. I thought you were going to say pancakes for sure.
Dirk Diggler. Oh, wow. That's
wow. Right. Nice. Look at that. Dirk Diggler gets to have sex with me, apparently. I don't know what's going on there. Are those tits or is that a fupa?
That is just that's magical. That's what we call that. OTAs. We got plenty of Vikings talk, even though there's not much going on in Vikings world. We got plenty to talk about.
Plenty to talk about. Very excited for the game Lumbar is going to play at the end of this.
Yeah,
I wish I was a contestant, to be honest with you.
I have no idea what this game is, but that's the best part about our games. We don't know what they are.
It doesn't have a great title, but it's going to be fun.
Billy Bats, you should be most hurt about the Ray Liotta news, considering you're Billy Bats. Goodfellas. Just saying.
Looks like he's thriving, actually. Maybe he's going to be cast in the reboot.
Well, Billy Bats is the one that they had some issues with. Mark J. AJ Barnes, yes.
AJ Barnes. Hey, by the way, we still got like 3 people who never claimed their keychain. So if you're interested, shoot us an email with your address.
Hey, at this point, I'd say we just put those things up for grab.
We'll be giving them away tonight. If we get at least one new Patreon. I wish there was a link for that somewhere.
Well, don't worry. It'll be coming out hot and heavy.
Hey, Tucker Brandt, you're right. Shawshank, no better movie ever made.
That's accurate. That is accurate.
Thank you, Mark J. I appreciate that. Really appreciate that.
Mark, my name is Jeff. I never got my hat. We're going to follow up on this.
Our shipping department has been getting a lot of complaints lately.
Really?
I don't know. Do we have one?
No, that's why I'm concerned. All right, hold on. Let me do one thing, and then we're going to start.
All right. I want to see a picture of Dirk's dog again. That thing was a wet freaking noodle.
Hold on. I'm tweeting this link out. Let's get some more people on here.
I don't know. I'm pretty happy with 37 right now with starting and where we are in the season.
Yeah, considering it is the end of May and there is nothing really to talk about. Appreciate everybody hopping on. So let's do this. So let's hop balls deep right into some Vikings chatter.
Let's get this thing started. And I think, the first thing we should probably talk about is Kellen Mond. Everything right now with Kellen Mond has been positive. Kevin O'Connell's been praising him. Looks like he's understanding the new offense, doing well in it, making the right reads, making the right checks down. So what are expectations this year for Kellen Mond? What do we expect out of this guy? What we want to see from Kellen Mond year 2?
Year 2. Best case scenario for Kellen Mond. What do you got? Let's see it in the comments. Let's go.
Thank you, Billy Bats. Thank you. We'll definitely reveal our thoughts on it. But I want to see what you guys think. Kellen Mond, expectations.
Backup quarterback. It's realistic.
Yeah, a lot of backups here. 3D,
Eric,
3
Skull,
TD
Skull,
passes.
Skull from New Mexico. Hell yeah.
Hey, New Mexico. Hell yeah. What a state. One of the best in the nation.
I couldn't name a city in New Mexico. I'm embarrassed.
Not even Albuquerque?
I thought that was in South Dakota.
Oh, my God.
Number 2, a lot of people just saying best case scenario, backup quarterback, which is, that's fair.
Well, I mean, not Kyle. Kyle wants 3 TD passes in a preseason game.
Oh, shit. That'll happen in the first preseason game.
Kyle wants a lot of things. He wants a lot of things.
I like it. His profile picture.
Helmstead. Honestly, if you get one of these top backups, that's actually a pretty valuable thing to have on your team. So a guy you can rely on, like a Marcus Mariota, I'd be fine with that. That's what Kellen Mond becomes.
Marcus Mariota made himself some cashish with the Falcons this year.
Not quite Chase Daniel money, but he'll
get there.
He's got a few more contracts in him. He's got a few more contracts in him for sure.
All right, Lupagus, what's your take on Kellen Mond this year?
I just want to see Kellen Mond win the backup job. I want him to beat out Sean Mannion so Sean Mannion can get cut and maybe he goes to the practice squad to be this mentor type, whatever. I want him to beat Sean Mannion, and I expect him to. That's my expectations. Win it outright, backup quarterback job.
Yeah, I don't know if they're talking up Kellen Mond so much because they know what a horrible rookie year he had and how horrible the coach was to him in the media. I mean, that's like kindergarten shit that they were putting him through. So I hope what they're saying is legit. I hope he's actually playing as good as they're saying. But we'll see. I mean, preseason, we'll see where he lands. They can say whatever they want right now. OTAs, yeah, he looks good. We'll see what happens. Like you said, I hope he wins his backup job. I hope he wins it in a landslide, one of the best songs ever. And I hope he just holds it down. I mean, clearly if Kirk Cousins goes down and Kellen Mond goes in, he's not going to come in and win a shit ton of games. But I just want him to win the backup job. He's a 3rd-round quarterback. Damn it. There's no reason he should be inactive in his year 2.
Well, the difference between Mond and Manny is Mond provides some hope. He provides some upside. Like, you don't know, he can take off with his legs and run and make defenses, have to adjust to him. So there's some potential there for him to be a surprise and win some games. Mannion, he comes in, it's over. You might as well just take a knee every time or two. A quarterback sneak like the Giants on 3rd and 7 at your own 8.
Yeah, Sean Mannion, tough to watch. Tough to watch, just like Lupagus in the shower on a Tuesday morning. Tough to watch.
Why is that worse than any other day?
Tuesdays, you're not quite at Wednesday yet. You're just over Monday. It's a shitty day. Shitty day in general.
Wow. I don't know. Tuesdays are like, well, Monday's over. It's a couple more days, so
doesn't count.
Drinking time.
Lupagus is getting rave reviews on that shirt. Well done, Lupagus.
Yeah, I guess I'm just
I feel like I need to go
rocking the shirt. I apparently have lost my agenda. Let me pull it up again here.
At this point, even if this chatter that's talking him up is smoke, I would still be very, very surprised if Kellen Mond is not the backup at this point. I mean, come on. It's Sean freaking Mannion.
Yeah, I mean, it is Sean freaking Mannion, which is disgusting, which is gross, and it makes everybody ill.
Dilly, nobody actually uses the canned manwich. If you don't make your own sloppy joes from scratch, you need to go take a lap around your house.
Wait, whoa. You make your own sauce?
Yeah, nobody uses manwich. Yuck.
I use manwich.
Are you serious?
You don't
That's
use
not a sloppy
manwich?
joe.
Sloppy Joes suck. You see, I don't understand when restaurants sell Sloppy Joe as a menu.
Why would you? You're using Manwich.
I know, but why would you go to a restaurant and buy a Sloppy Joe? That's the dumbest thing ever. Why would you ever, even if you're a restaurant, why would that be on your menu? It's like the worst garbage food ever is a Sloppy Joe.
That's because you use Manwich. You've never had a real Sloppy Joe.
Okay, I'm gonna come over and you're gonna make me a Sloppy Joe.
You will be amazed.
It might take. I don't think so.
Brown sugar barbecue. Oh, it's so good. So good.
No.
Yeah. Oh, hey, honey.
Get the
Manwich. What are you, 10? Let's go.
We really don't. I'm not really a Sloppy Joe. Like I prefer like the fruit salad that goes with it.
I wouldn't be a Sloppy Joe guy either if I use Manwich.
Yeah. Either way,
Eric LaPointe, I'd love to serve you nice Sloppy Joe, some box chips on the side, maybe a little mac and cheese. Hell of a dinner.
I hope there's top potato with those box chips.
John Manwich.
All right. Well, good. I'm glad we got that over our system. So there's a few Vikings still out there. Former Viking veterans have not been signed yet. I want to know. So the draft's over. Free agency is pretty much done. We've got our 90-man roster. We're currently ranking it. Again, it's a very popular series that we're doing. And so there's still a couple guys out there. Anthony Barr, Sheldon Richardson, Kyle Rudolph are still out there. Kind of some big names. If you could take one of those guys and sign him right now, like which one do you think right now would probably be the most important to have back on the Vikings as the roster stands right now at this moment?
Yeah, this one's an easy one for me, but comments. Let's see which current Viking who is great. Lupagus just left. He likes to do that a lot. Dirk Diggler, you and I are definitely on the same page, but we will see Rudolph. A couple of Rudolphs here. Well, I guess when you got Johnny Munt, it is not that surprising to see that come up. You all right?
No, for whatever reason, I lost my agenda, and then
a lot of Rudolphs since you've been gone. A lot of Rudolphs, which I'm actually very surprised about.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Must have. Wait, Bob Sweet wants his potato chips on his Sloppy Joe.
Potato chips on a Sloppy Joe, mac and cheese on a Sloppy Joe is good. A pickle, which I don't even like pickles, but a pickle on top of a Sloppy Joe is wonderful.
Mac and cheese on a Sloppy Joe. Is that how you serve them?
Only if it's shells. Only if it's shells.
Wow.
Come on. You guys can't say Dozier. He's a Bear. He doesn't count.
He's like the Bears' prize free agent signing this year.
I will say this. Currently, there's many former Vikings that are free agents. Come week 1, I think a lot of them will still be free agents. Turns out they're not very good and shouldn't have been on a team.
Wow. Or maybe they're just old and, chips on the Sloppy Joe.
Well, mine's easy. Mine's Sheldon Richardson. I've said this multiple times. Our defensive line is kind of a question mark right now, but I know Sheldon Richardson, you can kind of toss him all over the place and he can get after it. And I know he's 30, 31. But I mean, when you compare him to the other guys, Anthony Barr ain't coming back. We don't want Mackenzie Alexander back. I don't want Rudolph back as much as I love Rudolph. So Sheldon Richardson, easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Before I give mine, Mark J mentioned R2D2 mac and cheese. So is that different? Because I know the spirals is a little bit different than the normal back in the day when there was the only other option was spirals. The powder was different. So R2D2 mac, is that different than the other flavors? There's rainbow, there's Pokemon, there's all kinds of stuff. So Mark J, if you can elaborate on that, I'm very curious. Mine is Kyle Rudolph, and it's because our tight end.
Oh my God, you need to click 100%, off again.
100% Kyle Rudolph, and here's the reason why. If Irv Smith goes down, I don't trust Johnny Munt. I don't trust Nick Muse. I wish there was a picture so I can remember what he looked like. Kirk Cousins is very familiar with Kyle Rudolph. Yes, he can't run down the field. He's not going to get 30-yard gains.
He can't run, period.
In the red zone, he is still going to be a threat. He can still get open. He can still go up and make those crazy-ass catches in the back corner of the end zone. To me, if I'm bringing back one of those three guys, I'm bringing back Kyle Rudolph because our tight end depth is that scary. I'm going to give Kirk Cousins a familiar weapon and a weapon he loves.
Don't get me wrong. If they sign Kyle Rudolph, I would love it because I love Kyle Rudolph. But his best days are behind him. Giants fans, when even last year, they were just complaining about this guy. Johnny Munt, He's got size, just like Kyle Rudolph. So if you need a big target in the red zone, Johnny Munt's got the size. I believe there's like about an inch difference there. So Kyle Rudolph, he's worn down, man. I got nothing about that. I'd rather have Nick Muse.
What Johnny Munt doesn't have is the rapport. Like that innate ability to know where the guy's going to be, where he wants the ball, where can I throw this football to know he is going to go up and catch it. Johnny Munt, Kirk Cousins, they don't have that. Will they ever get it? I don't know if they'll ever get it. Maybe they will one day, but I know Kyle Rudolph has it, and that's the only reason I would want him back on this team, because Kirk Cousins loves the dude.
That's great. Average Gamer sums it up great. Rudolph is the Manwich of tight ends. And that is how you sum it up.
It's a 2-inch difference. Johnny Munt 6'4", Kyle Rudolph 6'4".
Holy crap. Oh, get him off the field.
When you're going up for a jump ball, that is the difference.
He can't jump. He can't jump anymore.
He can jump higher than you.
Did you see what he did with the Giants?
It doesn't matter what he did with the Giants.
Yeah, it does.
Daniel Jones was his quarterback. Daniel Jones was throwing him the football.
And?
It's Daniel Jones. He sucks.
If you think Kyle Rudolph is still at the top of his game, then
I never said he was.
I'll let you have your fantasy. But if I hate to break it to you, Johnny Munt, I am not a fan of. I don't think there's, at this point in Kyle Rudolph's career, I don't think there's much of a difference.
Here's the thing.
Salary.
I know where Kyle Rudolph is in his career. He's not what he was. But you look at the depth of the D-line, I'm much more comfortable there than tight end. I would much rather have a guy that Kirk Cousins knows and trusts on the roster right now than any of those other guys. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not arguing that Kyle Rudolph isn't what he used to be and he can't run and not what, he's in definitely the ass end of his career.
They would have to be on the 1 yard line for Kyle Rudolph to make anything happen.
That's fine.
And if Thielen's down, said, look, hey, Rudolph, we're going to give you the minimum, I would be all for it. So don't get me wrong. I just
he can get any more than that. There's no way. There's no way he'll get more than that. So yeah, I welcome him back with open arms. So let's go to the next topic. That was awesome.
Great song.
Next topic or open arms?
Open arms.
Oh. All right. So let's talk about the drafted rookies. So Vikings had a lot of picks. Quasey moving up and down the board. God, what do we have? 8, 9 selections? I'm not sure the exact number. So let's talk about which one of the drafted rookies is not going to make the team.
Ooh,
and
shit.
Yeah. Which one is not going to make this team, or at least likely to make the team of all the guys drafted? Which one do you feel is probably the least likely to end up on the 53? And I got to say, looking at all these guys, I mean, I expect the majority to make this team.
Yeah, as do I, mostly because I think this current new regime is going to do a little bit of house cleaning, which will even include some names that will surprise a lot of people just because they don't fit the scheme and don't fit where they're going. So buckle up. A lot of nailers. A couple of nailers right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. Did you kiss her? No. I nailed her.
Nailed her. Bob Sweet just says, screw it. I'm just saying the 7th rounder.
He doesn't know Nick Muse's name. That's disrespectful. Come on, Bob Sweet. You're better than that.
No, Bob Sweet is fantastic.
Bob Sweet, why don't you come on and make you some cheesy noodle hamburger helper. I
bet Bob Sweet makes like bear stew, just something weird. Moose soup, something gross.
He makes you a hot dog. He's gonna fry that thing in a beer. I guarantee you that.
I'm better than a fried hot dog right in the pan. A lot of muses, which is kind of, I mean, it's the easy one. Last pick of the draft.
Why am I'm drawing a blank on the beer that Bob Sweet likes.
Voodoo.
Oh God, yeah.
There we go. He just said it right there. Voodoo stew.
Voodoo stew. Moose lip chowder by Davy Day 6.
Moose lip chowder.
What is them? I mean, do they sell moose lips? Can you buy it? You get that at a restaurant?
I don't know. I don't know. Dirk Diggler, that's where his practice field was.
Who's he golfing with? Is it like a family photo, but he took us out?
I don't know. It's your zit pick. It's the best.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. Look at that thing. It's staring at me.
Was that? I can't remember his name.
All right. So who's going to get cut?
I'm actually Jalen Naylor was my guy, and here's the reason why. This guy, he's just injury prone, and when it happens once, yeah, big deal. But
so are you predicting an injury here?
Yeah, I think he's going to get hurt because that's what he does. He's going to be on IR, and he's just a guy who's never going to end up on this team. So to me, it's Jalen Naylor. I love his ability. I love what he could bring, what he could be. I just don't trust him to stay healthy at all. I think he's the guy who's going to be out.
These.
Tim, take a walk with the fam. You got a couple younglings. Push him in the stroller. Get that ass in shape.
Oh, Voss.
Stay away from the
I bet he's strong as ever. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm going actually with Vidarian Lowe. I love the guy, but I think when all is said and done, I mean, we do have some guys at tackle. I think they're going to bump Oliudo back out there, and as much as I hate to say it, I think he probably will make the team. Blake Brandel, the fact that they can move him around, I think he actually makes the team. So I think Vidarian Lowe is a guy to watch. I mean, I'm really pulling for him. I don't want it to happen, but that's my guy. That's my pick.
I hate that you said Oliudo is going to make the team. That makes me sick.
I do think I think Oliudo should be a tackle. I don't think he should be a starting tackle, but he clearly sucked at guard. And when he was at tackle, he actually gave me a little bit of hope.
I mean, he didn't suck as much, maybe.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, he didn't suck as much. And when you look at our depth, there's a lot of suck there. You want Paris Timon out there?
I didn't even know he was on our team still. We started ranking these 90 players, to be honest with you. Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. Vidarian Lowe is definitely a good choice, but I'm still sticking with my boy, Jalen Naylor. So, yes, I like the discussion there. That was good. We'll see what happens. Again, I like all these rookies. I think everyone has a strong case to make this team. So,
I would like not be surprised one damn bit if every single draft pick and an undrafted free agent or two make this team. We are going to do – I can't wait till the final cuts. It's going to be fantastic because there's going to be some cuts that I think we maybe have a little droplet of shit come out of our ass because we're very surprised about it.
Oh, an SS, huh? Surprise shit.
The old SS. SS usually.
There's that dog. Hey, Uncle Uppicus has a treat for you, puppy. Come here.
Jesus, look at that thing. It's like a gremlin.
It's way healthy. It's way healthier than last week.
He's a sandwich.
All right, so if the 2023 NFL Draft was going to happen next week, next Thursday, a week from now, we're all excited. What position would you be hoping the Vikings take first with pick 32? Pick 32. What position should the Vikings address next year's draft? First pick, first rounder. We still have it. Do we know what that dog's name is? I feel it's something very like basic and common, not very creative, if I remember right.
Pebbles.
One day I'm gonna get a dog.
Receiver. A lot of quarterbacks.
I'm gonna name my dog Snoogans.
Snoogans.
I mean, Snoogans are gonna sit on the deck and
drink whiskey. Chico.
Nah, that's what it was. That's a good name. It makes me think of Chico.
Mr. Sprinkles.
Mr. Sprinkles. That's a great name. It's called Dog.
Rob. I wish it was Rob. That'd be a great name. Well, next year's draft class and where Kirk Cousins' contract is, it's very thick on quarterback. So quarterback is a very good answer. I like that. It's called Dog. But also some wide receivers are in the mixer, which definitely makes sense.
Eric LaPointe just being silly. He says running back. You don't mean it.
Yeah, he doesn't mean that. Raphael, one of my favorite Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. I guess I'd always just like Leonardo.
Really? I thought Michelangelo was kind of the go-to.
Yeah, that whole pizza thing was kind of overdone.
They all eat.
If anybody has not yet watched the new Rescue Rangers movie, do it. It's amazing. Check it out. New Rescue Rangers, highly recommended by Lepicus.
I think everybody here is over the age of 7, so I don't know if they'll.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's fantastic. There's no way being as good as it is. Hell yeah. And yes, there will be a new Patreon video coming soon. I'm going to interview Kwesi one of these days here if I just get around to it. So,
if you want to hit up that Patreon page, speaking of, hit it up. Let's do this. Let's
go. And when we get one, we got a couple more keychains to give away. So once we do that, that's first come, first serve.
We get two new Patreons tonight. We're giving a hat away to those new Patreons right here. Look at that.
Hang on, let me see my
tits. We need 2 Patreons tonight, and we will give a hat away.
I got 3 keychains still left. 3 of them.
Come on, let's do this. There's the link right there. Hit it up. $2 a month. That's it. That is a quick trip coffee. That's all it is.
Tim Boss, did you get yours? I maybe should have put another stamp going to California on that thing. I don't know. I didn't do it.
All right. So what was our question?
It was Vikings. If the draft was next week, 2023 draft, what position would you want the Vikings to take?
Yeah, mine's. I mean, we don't know where they're picking, but I'm really all in on the either quarterback or wide receiver. You got to. I mean, Kirk Cousins. I mean, unless they're going to sign him again, and we'll see. You know, there's articles out there. Kirk Cousins, their coach to be MVP, whatever, blah blah blah. But Adam Thielen ain't getting any younger. Justin Jefferson's going to cost $18 billion. So offensive side of the ball, they clearly invested on the defensive side of the ball already. So go offense and quarterback and wide receiver. Boom.
Yeah, quarterback was me as well. Very, very high on my list next year. I also had nose tackle. Again, I don't know where we're going to pick, but Delvin Tomlinson will be gone.
Boring.
Yeah, you've always hated going D tackle early, which that's just you. That's your thing.
I especially hated it in a 3-4.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's our biggest need. I say address it early, knock that bitch out. But quarterback to me is number 1. That's where I'm going. Absolute quarterback. But again, I would nose tackle be my second. And I haven't really looked at the class at all yet. But yeah, that's where I'm going. I think quarterback makes a ton of sense next year. There's 8 great ones.
Quarterback. If we take a 2-down player in round 1, I will take a video of me punching myself in the crotch over and over.
Why is Dirk Diggler making fun of my handwriting? And so
I've seen your handwriting. Your handwriting it looks like somebody vomited. It's the worst. Lupagus.
Yeah.
If anybody I've ever met in my life has the worst penmanship. I agree.
I blame Mrs. Kokel. She made me hold my pencil weird in kindergarten, and it's never been the same. She was scary, and I was afraid.
Discipline.
No, it's too much discipline. She was the worst. All right, what do we got next? We have got.
We didn't see a lot of middle linebackers here. I'm surprised.
Maybe they're assuming Eric Kendricks is going to go and Brian Asamoah is going to suck.
Asamoah's going to be beautiful.
So our first round pick was on I don't know if it was a podcast, an interview. I can't remember what it was. But he said this: he cannot wait to start stacking bodies this year. So are we a fan of this mentality from Lewis Cine, or are we just afraid that he's just Andrew Sendejo 2.0, getting flags and fines all over the place? What do we think about Lewis Cine's stacking bodies comment that he made? Fans of it, not so much. What are we thinking? How are we feeling?
Well, yeah, and it's not only that comment. I mean, Cine is mentioned a couple times where he wants to put somebody on their ass. He's not scared. I love the fact that he's talking this much early. We'll see. Hopefully, he can back it up on the field. But I love it. But we'll talk a little bit. We'll see. Call the morgue, says Davey.
Yeah, I've been there. He loves the interviews so much.
Grayson McCall. I am going to check him out.
What position is he? Stack those bodies, says Raphael.
Everybody seems to really enjoy this.
Zip them up. Gotta be honest, body bags have very bad zippers on them.
Sounds like you work for somebody that bought very generic body bags.
No, you think they would have much better zippers.
I blame the body bags purchase. I bet there's some very high quality ones out there.
The material was great. The zippers were shit.
Zip them up. All right. First off, how dare you compare him to Andrew Sendejo? I'm going to say that right off the bat. I mean, just because you like the lay of the wood doesn't mean you suck in coverage. There's been many.
I was talking about the fines and the hitting. I wasn't talking about the coverage.
Well, I'm just saying, like Sendejo, his whole thing was just making somebody shit their pants when you hit them. We've seen many safeties. Sean Taylor's. I mean, who else was there? Come on. There's been many good safeties that can lay the wood.
Yeah, Greg Blue.
Greg Blue was not great. I believe he went to Georgia. I mean, love that pick.
Cam Chancellor was a big thumper, and I mean, there's all kinds of.
Ronnie Lott was a thumper. I mean, there were some guys. I mean, there's been some very good thumpers. I think we're going to get the best of both worlds. I love the fact that he's never even played a snap. And Tim Voss, there we go. Confirmed.
Tim Voss, you were right. You're my man.
I can only imagine what Tim Voss did after hours. Basically,
a driver.
To wrap this in a nutshell, I love the fact that he's talking this already, and I cannot wait to see him back it up because I think he will back it up. We've seen it in college. He will back it up.
Yeah, I do. I love the swagger. I love the ballsiness of this, that he doesn't come out, he wants to hit people and make them hurt. But again, like I think I saw Plouffe mention that he came out in his press conference, his introduction one was really like almost overly explaining how he's been taught to tackle the right way, hit the right way. So I want him to be a thumper, but do it legally. What I'm afraid of, though, is that even if you do it legally, you still get flagged. And so that's concerning a little bit to me, but I do love that he's coming out here and he's saying this. Lewis Cine. I loved him from the start. I had him in one of my crush videos, and I love that he's saying this and playing with some swag and putting his balls out there.
I want to see somebody quote Tucker Brandt. What was the character's name for this quote in one of the best football movies ever? So good.
Is it from an Unnecessary Roughness?
No, you don't know who this is? Come on, man. Pull it together. In the comments, let's see who it is.
My name is Jeff. What a guy.
He always comes through. My name is Jeff. Love it. Love it. Thank you, sir. Put the women and children to bed and go looking for dinner. What movie? What was the character's name? I want to see it in the comments. Somebody's got to get this. Tucker Brandt doesn't count.
Hey, whoever gets it gets a keychain.
Let's go. Let's go. Put the women and children to bed.
Let's go get manwitches.
No, Raphael was not Die Hard 2 Vin Diesel.
I don't think that's the subtitle of that movie. But
Jim, we're going to need a last name on this for that keychain. We are going to need a last name to confirm.
Is he talking Joe Cavalin?
Close. It's actually very close.
Oh, God, Anakin Skywalker.
My name is Jeff. Thank you again.
He says the program. He doesn't got.
Yeah, you're right. We need a full name here. Joe doesn't count. Hey, there he is, Jim. Joe Kane, Heisman Trophy candidate.
All right. Send your email.
Mark J, you were so close. Mark J, you were close. He got you. He got you.
Jim Start. Send your address to onebarlupagus@gmail.com.
onebarlupagus@gmail.com.
With apparently horseshit penmanship will be coming your way.
That's actually fairly embarrassing.
But I will personally lick that envelope. I guarantee you that much.
Yep. He does. Joe Kane, Davey coming in very much last, but let's get a couple Patreons tonight. Let's go. $2 a month. Let's go.
I mean, Jesus. There's a new video coming. It's coming.
All right. What else we got? Let's talk some Vikings.
A couple more here before we hit the game. Let's talk some fantasy football. And that's really what this time of year is. It's May, late May. Draft's coming up. There's a couple months. So let's talk number one. Let's just talk about who is everybody's number one fantasy pick this year. Who is the number one guy in fantasy football? Let's see if we can get a consensus. Just concerned because I haven't done a lot of studying yet. I want to know.
Fantasy football. Who's the first Viking off the board?
No. That's the second question. The first one is just first overall, any player.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I messed up.
You really
wearing a keychain.
And remember, we are going to start a One Lupagus Fantasy League. I don't know how many teams we haven't really talked about we're going to do. I'm game for at least 16, but if it's only 12, that's fine.
Yeah, we're anybody who is a Patreon, the first, we'll cap it at 16. We'll see how many join. we'll be doing something fun for the winner. What the winner gets, whether it's swag, whether it's Lupagus showing up topless, making you and your family pancakes. We will decide what that is, but you have to sign up for the Patreon page to be included. So do it.
Yeah. And we'll get that thing going pretty damn soon. I don't know. I always preferred the Yahoo League, so I'm guessing it's going to probably be a Yahoo League.
I like it. First overall pick. Remember, this is not just have to be Vikings. This is just first overall in general.
We're talking just the number one pick. If you're the number one pick right now, who are you taking? And it's been a lot of Jonathan Taylors. I've seen some Josh Allens, more Josh Allens than I was expecting. And I did see a couple of Cooper Kupps thrown in there, and I see a Joe Kane every now and then.
Matamida is already in the fantasy league, by the way.
Team
name will be Mud on the Pud.
Are you serious?
I hope so.
That'd just be motherfucking Matamida.
Motherfucking there's the Patreon link. Hit it up.
Do we have any yet? Oh my God, one bar just left. He physically left. I actually left this video for a while. All right, so let's see what else we got. So Jonathan Taylor's. I mean, that does seem like that's going to be the one. Pancakes with chunky peanut butter, dilly. You got to elaborate on this for me a little bit. I just doesn't. That seems gross. Lamar Jackson, come on though. Well, you're not serious there. Herbert a close second to Taylor. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. No, it's not. We're not saying it's going to be a Viking. We just want to know who the number one pick is going to be. I do agree with Jonathan Taylor, though. Just what he did for the Colts last year. And the Colts team, with Matt Ryan there at quarterback, I think they're going to be very, very dangerous and a lot of weapons there. A good old line. Jonathan Taylor should just feast again this year. No reason he should not. Drew Marker was the second original Patreon. That's awesome. That is fantastic. Makes me really proud. Muse the male giraffe. I don't know what that means. Should I know that? Dirk. The old lady must be in bed if you're talking dirty like that already. McCaffrey. Raphael, I got to be honest. I don't trust Ed McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey at all. Was the last time that guy's had a healthy season? I feel like it was 2 or 3 years ago. Again, if he's on his game doing well, yeah. And there's not anybody better in the game, but for fantasy purposes, but you cannot trust him one bit.
Sorry about that.
Take a shit or what?
No, I did not. Just a little bit of a cutting a whiz. Whiz.
Was that personal?
All right. What Jonathan Taylor the winner or what?
It seems to be the consensus. Dirk. Very rude.
It's true. It is true, but that's all right. He is who he is. Yeah, mine's Jonathan Taylor, and it's really not even that close. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you just got to go. If you have the first overall pick.
And which you do in our Hutamaki League.
Don't reach. Just at least if you take like a Jonathan Taylor who is the consensus right now and he sucks, you can't feel that bad about it. I remember one year I took CJ Spiller probably a little bit too early, and I felt bad about it. And I should have just went with the rankings, but I overthought it.
Yeah. We've had a league now. God, it's probably 20 years old. It's fantastic. One bar usually makes the playoffs. Last year he finished dead last, and he has the first pick, and I think it's fantastic.
Thank you.
But again,
it means a lot to me.
We got two. I know we got two. We got Matamida in, and we got Tim Boston. So we got 4 teams so far in this league. Patreons, drop in the Patreon chat. Boom. Let us know.
And the best part about it, I mean, come on. I mean, the message board will be very fun in this thing. We'll probably be posting pictures of us from the bottom down. Cannot wait. We'll be talking very bad about your family. I cannot wait about that either. And I will win that league.
And I write great erotica. So I did a Brokeback series a couple years ago, and it was fantastic. And maybe I'll do it again for the Patreon. I don't know. We'll see.
There it is. Hit it up. Join the league. All right, let's talk Vikings.
Last thing here. So here's last Vikings thing for the day before we get into one bar's game here. Which Vikings going to go first off the board? Delvin Cook, Justin Jefferson. Who do you guys think? And to me, this is closer than it probably, definitely was a year ago. And maybe I wouldn't be shocked if this is much closer than we think.
My name is Jeff. Yes, if you were a Patreon, we will be reaching out to all the Patreons to sign up. So do it. But yeah, this is a tough one. I mean, obviously it comes down to Cook and Jefferson, but maybe a dark horse, Kirk Cousins, in this new dynamic offense, because Kirk Cousins puts up some points.
I thought you were going to say Kyle Rudolph when he comes back.
Hey, let's be clear. I would love Kyle Rudolph to come back. It needs to be at the veteran minimum, and expectations need to be realistic.
I think it needs to be below the veteran minimum, but
he could have he could play the full season, have 4 catches and 3 touchdowns, and I'd be ecstatic.
All right, so we got one for Nick Muse. We got a couple Cooks. We got Justin Cook, Johnny Munt, Delvin.
Munt.
So it's still very, very close. It's still very close. Kirk Cousins just got a vote. Adam Thielen, Red Zone Animal, says no Nobel War Prize.
Bob Swede says Kirk. Adam Thielen, I still think he's going to produce. He probably will still have. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he did have more touchdowns than Justin Jefferson. He's a touchdown catching machine. Just look at last year, the year before that. I mean, his rest of his stats might not match up, but Raphael Irv could be a steal in late rounds. Late rounds, shit. I'm taking him way earlier than I should.
Well, I mean, got the first pick.
I ain't doing that. Might be close though.
One year, my dad took Jason Witten at pick 6.
Yeah, that was a bad pick.
Oh, root mess.
Well, I'm taking Dalvin Cook. It's close. I love me some Justin Jefferson. I think he's going to have a fantastic year, but Dalvin Cook could have like 75 receptions this year. So I'm all over that. I'm buying into that shit. Rams love to throw their running backs, and I think Dalvin Cook's going to have a ton, and including a ton of yards on the ground. So Dilly Dally is my boy. I'm taking him.
Yeah, I'm still going Dalvin Cook, but if someone were to take Justin Jefferson first, I wouldn't bash it. I wouldn't say anything dirty. I wouldn't rip on them. I get it. Dalvin Cook has a problem staying healthy. I took him number 1 last year. Didn't pan out for me. But you look at the year he had before, especially that stretch, those first 5-6 games where he was just on a crazy-ass tear. So he can be that number 1 fantasy player. To me, though, I would still stick with him and hope that he can do it again.
I see it as a win-win situation.
Appreciate you saying that. It means a lot to us.
Win.
All right, so I want to know, has anybody actually gone to a restaurant and ordered a Sloppy Joe? I'm not going to do the next segment until we hear an answer.
Sloppy Joe is more like a food truck. You know, you're at some sort of a low-level event.
I once watched you get a Frito pie at a food truck.
Well, that's not a Sloppy Joe. So, we need to be accurate here. I've never gone to a restaurant and ordered a Sloppy Joe. No, that's more of a, you're going to the county fair. Hey, I got Sloppy Joes. I'll get a Sloppy Joe. You're going to a low-level birthday party. Yeah, they have a crock pot of Sloppy Joes.
We have a very popular restaurant, cafe, whatever you want to call it, here in town, and every now and then their special is a Sloppy Joe, and I'm thinking, who the hell would go there and actually order a Sloppy Joe? So I'm just curious if anybody's actually done that.
You know why they do order it? Because it's not manwich. Manwich, I would rather eat meat covered in piss. Manwich is disgusting, Lupagus, and the fact that you have cans of manwich in your pantry, you should punch yourself in the crotch.
I'm pretty sure I gave them to the last food drive. We donated food too, but all right. I'm just curious. All right, I did see some.
You sold out when you said you used manwich. I'm sorry.
I don't think you can make it any better.
Yeah, it can.
I don't think. My name is Jeff. We have settle on hot dog before he eats a Sloppy Joe. Yeah. All right.
Lupagus is hungover shit before I ate a manwich Sloppy Joe.
What if I was drinking brewery beer?
That doesn't matter. Manwich.
Oh my God, it's way worse. It's way worse.
All right. Disgusting.
All right, we're gonna do a game. We always like to end these with a game, and I think this game's gonna spark a lot of chatter here.
Hold on, I just gotta say, Gil's got a point. I don't think I've ever been to a restaurant where I've seen like an actual Sloppy Joe on the menu, like on the menu.
Vanilla or Louise's Place's lunch specials, they do have Sloppy Joe.
That's a special. That's not on the menu.
Well, I once watched you get the lasagna special, and you paid like $12 for it.
Well, lasagna is that's generally on a menu. Sloppy Joe's is not on a menu.
No, are the specials not on the menu? I mean, it's
Bob Sweet, you're absolutely correct. Ooh, Versteeg, Spamwich. Me and Tim Versteeg are, what do you call it? We're spirit
I think you're
animals.
soulmates.
We're spirit animals.
I don't know. I've never been a fan of the spirit animal
Dirk
thing.
Diggler,
All right.
you're right.
I don't know what's going on there.
Nobody.
All right, so it's time for a game. This game is called More Likely to Happen. More likely to happen.
I like this.
I'm gonna give you 2 scenarios. You got to tell me which one is more likely to happen. You tell me. Let's see what everybody else thinks. So the first one, more likely to happen. Kirk Cousins throws for 5,000 yards or Kirk Cousins throws for 3,000 yards in 2022.
I wasn't even listening to you because Tucker Brand had a great comment. That was a sloppy joke. All right, give it to me again.
All right, I will. I will always give it to you again.
Thank you.
Kirk Cousins, what is more likely to happen? Kirk Cousins throws for 5,000 yards or Kirk Cousins throws for 3,000 yards in 2022?
Oh, wow. Let's see some comments.
I've seen a few 5,000, 3, 5. We got 5-1 right now. Maybe 6-1, 6-2 now.
For how many? For 5,000?
5,000's winning.
Well, so you're saying he throws for 5 or 3? So like he's not throwing for
closer
more
to
than 3?
5, closer to 3.
Right.
What's more likely to happen?
All right, no, that's 5 easy. 5 easy. It's not even close. Anybody says 3, he must have played half the season.
Wow, you must think the nuts are crazy. The nuts at 3,000.
I mean, I don't know his stats in front of me, but I mean, let me. What did he throw for last year?
I think he was over 4,000 last year.
How he hasn't
been like 35-ish a couple years before that.
Yeah, he's pretty much. Yeah, it's 5,000. He could have his best year.
Great. All right, let's go to the next one. More likely to happen. Ty Chandler rushes for 400 yards or Kenny Ngwangu rushes for 400 yards.
Ooh, that's a good one.
What is more likely to happen?
Wow. It's a good one. It's an easy one for me, but it's a good one.
Wow.
Easy one meaning that I could be so wrong.
I'm very I don't know. This one to me is complete mystery.
Building a mystery.
Was that Joan Osborne?
I don't think so.
Who's saying building a mystery? Don't Google it. I want someone to tell me.
A lot of Kenny and Wangus in the comments.
Whoever tells me who's saying building a mystery gets a keychain.
I want to say it was I don't think it was her.
I still think it was Joan Osborne.
A couple Chandlers here. Another Chandler. Chandler's actually catching up here.
Yeah, this is pretty close. I
say it's like Sarah McLaughlin or something. What if God was one of us?
That's Joan Osborne.
Yeah, that is. I'm actually going Ty Chandler, and I think Mr. Nwangu is going to be a fantastic kick returner, like one of the best in the league. I think he is going to be out there for some very beautiful gimmicky plays, and I think he's a new fantastic. But when it comes to actually handling the rock to get some yards, I think Ty Chandler will be before Nwangu. I think Nwangu will have more catches. Maybe overall yards it might be closer, but Ty Chandler, not even close. Yeah,
this one to me is it's very tricky because I don't know what the new regime has in store for Kenny. Did they just look at him as that kick returner guy? Do they want him to be part of the offense? I don't know. So to me, that's the biggest mystery here. So yeah, I'm not going to answer because I don't have to. But I'm not going to argue your Ty Chandler point. I think it's very likely.
Sir, I actually nailed the Sarah McLaughlin. I looked it up.
Has it been confirmed though?
I looked it up. It's confirmed.
Is it really Sarah McLaughlin?
I've never gotten anything right in my life.
Who was the first one? Mark J.
I think it was one bar.
No, you don't.
I think I said it before anybody said Sarah McLaughlin. Just saying.
What do you want me to do? Bake you a fucking cake or what?
No, I sure the hell don't want any of your sloppy joes. Yuck, manwich.
All right. I don't make sloppy joes that often because they're gross. All right. So what is more likely to happen? Ed Ingram starts 6 games or a Caleb Evans starts 6 games? What is more likely to happen?
Who's the first one?
Ed Ingram.
Ooh. That's a good one. Mark J, I'm going to make you a sandwich. Don't let Lopez make you one.
No, I'll make you a great sandwich. It's going to have lunch meat, mayo, cheese, lettuce.
Talking about Sloppy Joe, but
love.
Who's going to start more games? Ed Ingram or Caleb Evans?
Dirk Diggler, what was the question?
To be fair, I think I think we all need to agree the way that this front office was talking up Evans. I think we're going to see him early, and I think we're going to see him often. But the Ed Ingram is blowing this away.
Yes, I'm kind of surprised. To me, either one comes down to an injury. Who gets hurt? Who's ahead of these guys on the depth chart? Because Ed Ingram, if he is a right guard, you mentioned it. I mean, it's a deep position. A lot of guys ahead of him. Same with cornerback. I mean, Caleb Evans is probably going to start this thing as the fourth corner. So either one. There.
Boom.
There's he doesn't know who Caleb Evans is.
I believe him. He spelled it right.
He did.
Spelled it right.
But yeah, I just feel like it's going to come down to injury. Who wins this thing? So to me, it's a very tough call.
It is tough. I think that either Ed Ingram is going to play like 17 games this year, or he's going to play 0. I don't think there's anything in between. I think like a Chris Reed or a Jesse Davis, or maybe if they got something up their sleeve at center. I don't think he's a guy that's just going to all of a sudden win it in week 6 or week 7. I think they're going to shit or get off the pot with Ed Ingram. So I'm actually going to go with a Caleb Evans just for that point alone. I hope Ed Ingram is out there. I hope he's starting week 1. I hope he holds it down. But we signed some pretty decent guards, so he's got some work to do.
You think that's Michael's grad pitcher?
There's leaves in the background. You're damn right. It's his grad pitcher. Beautiful, beautiful place leaves.
You don't get a pitcher with leaves unless it's your grad pitcher.
I've had some pictures.
Yeah. I tend to maybe agree with you on that one. I think Ed Ingram maybe we might see a little bit of him, but I think he's probably a 2023 guy. All right. So
I hope he's starting day 1.
What is more likely to happen? Zadarius Smith leads the team in sacks, or Daniel Hunter leads the team in sacks? What is more likely to happen?
Foliage.
Yeah, some do call that foliage.
Zadarius Smith or Daniel Hunter, who will lead the Vikings in sacks?
Again, if you answered one of those questions right, email me at onebarlopicus@gmail.com.
Oh, we already got that. We already got them.
They came in. You have your Gmail up?
Yes, I do. We do not have any new Patreons, just to be clear. Nobody wants to join our fantasy league. It's getting mildly.
We got 4 teams already. We're up to 6.
I know, but we need a ton. Smunter Raphael says, "There's a link right there. Sign up for the Patreon. Let's do this." Hunter,
we ain't drafting until August sometime, so we got time.
We got time.
Pretty excited. We have 6 already.
Oh yeah.
Again, email us onebarlopicus@gmail.com if you are interested in the fantasy league. Gotta be a Patreon member though.
Smith, a lot of Smiths. We got some Hunters in the mix.
Yeah, a lot of Hunters.
Z-Man by 1 says Versi. I got to. It's kind of a lame answer, but just Daniil Hunter's track record. I hope the man plays 17 games, but Zadarius Smith is going to show up, and he's going to show up big. So I'm going off of that. I think Zadarius Smith will lead the Vikings.
Really?
Not just between these two guys. I think Zadarius Smith will have 13.5 sacks and be a Viking favorite by week 1 in 2 quarters.
I feel like you're a little low on the number. I think whoever wins this is going to have like 16, 17 sacks. You got to factor that extra game.
My parts are getting excited.
I think it's going to be a lot. I think it's going to be a lot of sacks here, and I think it's going to be that high. It's going to take this thing. And Dirk Diggler is also.
It sounds like gym class.
It does. And I'll tell you one thing, one bar, when it comes to
thank you
guys from the 98, 99 class.
Thank you.
One bar knows everybody's
sacks,
dungs, and everything.
Thank you.
All right, you are.
I think Zadarius Smith actually wins this one, and it's really. I guess there were some Hunters right off the bat, but Zadarius Smith definitely takes her home on this one.
All right. So what is more likely to happen? Vikings have 3 backs that rush for over 400 yards, or Vikings have 4 receivers with 40-plus receptions.
4 receivers with 40-plus receptions?
Yes.
Ooh.
or 3 backs.
Does that count tight ends?
No, wide receiver position.
I'm going running back then. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. I don't know. That's even possible.
So where the question is, 4 or 3 running backs who go over 400 yards or 4 receivers who have more than 40 receptions.
Well, Ty Chandler's first run will be over 400 yards, so that takes him out. There's one right there.
Is he going back and forth?
Well, hey, I'm in the minority here. We got receivers right off the bat. I don't know how that's. I mean, I hope it is. Yeah, everybody. Well, Robert, thank you.
I mean, it's probably, you know.
I'd love to know the last time the Vikings had 4 receivers with 400 yards or more.
That wasn't the question. It was 40 plus receptions.
Oh, well, that even makes it harder.
But you look at what Kevin O'Connell does, factoring all these receiver sets. I was going to put this with yards, but I changed it to receptions.
Well, Nobel War Prize brings up a good point. I mean, an injury would definitely make this much more possible.
To what position? Running back?
I would say wide receiver.
I don't know. I think we're going to see a lot of different
guys.
we're going to throw the ball a lot this year.
Oh, we're going to have 3, no doubt about it. But I could just see that.
We had 3 last year.
I'm just saying that I could see just like last year, that 4th one is just going to be a mix of just like Lupagus's Manwich, just kind of the grossness there where they just kind of spread it around. Where it's not just going to be a solid number 4. There's just going to be a lot of passes to the running back. I think the running back are going to snipe a lot of receptions this year. So I think that's going to hurt this scenario a little bit.
So next time I make Manwich, I should only cover like 1 piece of meat.
Next time you take Manwich, take that gross can that looks like it's from the mid 80s and chuck it in your woods.
Okay. Well, I got
no herb allowed. No herb allowed.
No.
Buongiorno.
All right. So, okay, what is more likely to happen? Vikings have 2 undrafted free agents that make the team, or they have 0 undrafted free agents that make the team. What is more likely to happen?
That's a good one. Well, clearly Thomas Hennigan's make the team, so that's one right off the bat.
Yeah, no shit.
1 or 2 or 0 undrafted free agents. Let's see it.
We got a guy from Tolano, Illinois, keeping his skull in his hole.
Hell yeah!
Well done, Tolano.
We got some zeros off the bat. Billy Bat says no way in hell, but and then we have a strong string of 2.
Jimmy just says easy. He doesn't answer it. He says it's easy.
It's why I'm easy.
I prefer the Faith and More version.
That's the dumbest thing. That's worse than your Manwich comment.
It's the best.
Jeff is 0. No, you gotta go original there. Come on.
No way.
No, it's not.
To me, the Faith and More version is the original.
That doesn't make sense.
I bet you one guy at least agrees with me.
Raphael, I'd like to have a cigarette with you.
Raphael's been smoking cigarettes that are not filled with tobacco.
Like a Sunday morning. Jimmy says 4 undrafted free agents are making this team. Yeah, no, I gotta absolutely go on the undrafted free agent route. I mean, Luigi, Zach McLeod, Thomas Hennigan, let's go. We big old Stevenson, the defensive tackle. There's no way in hell that at least one of these guys are not making the team. And I'm going back to what I said earlier. It's just I think there's gonna be a lot of changeover on this roster, which means some vets, some guys that have been hanging out on the bottom of that depth chart are going bye-bye.
So you're saying 2?
2 undrafted free agents will make the team.
All right. Tim Boss was just in Champaign, Illinois with the Champagne Supernova in the sky. We got 2 more left.
Oh, wow.
2 more left in the what is more likely to happen. What is more likely to happen when Garrett Bradbury starts all 16 games or Garrett Bradbury benched midseason? What is more likely to happen?
I know what appears to be more likely to happen is we're not going to get a single Patreon tonight. That's all right. That's all right. It's the off season. It doesn't matter. We got plenty of time.
Well, our league's up to like 8, so it's growing. I feel pretty good about that. Again, message us in the Patreon if you want in, so we know.
Well, I'm assuming you're considering this injury is not in the mix here. This is just if he's healthy, he's going to get straight up benched. So no, I think
You're right. 17 games. I'm still going old school here. I really screwed up.
While I would love to see like a Chris Reed or somebody else being thrown in at center, I think Garrett Bradbury will start every single damn game, barring a torn ACL or a busted leg.
I think there's something more important than this whole question is that we now have somebody, a viewer named Shaquille Oatmeal.
Shaquille Oatmeal. That's a great name. And his picture appears to be
one of the best
sandwiches I've ever seen in my life.
That is a vertical sandwich. Where do you put the mayo on that? I do not know. Shaquille Oatmeal. Winning my heart over day one.
Mayo's overrated. Go with the mustard for sure.
Well, I would like him to not start every game. I think he's going to, and it chaps my ass.
At this point, I really don't care, to be honest with you. I'm glad they improved at guard. Hopefully they improved at guard. It looks like they improved at guard. I would rather them roll with him than trying them. I mean, Wyatt Davis already seems to be maybe a guy that might not be fantastic, but let's not dick with him. Try to throw him over at center or just – I don't know. I'm fine with Garrett Bradbury, just knowing in my mind and in my heart that he is not going to be fantastic.
Will you put Tucker Brandt's last comment up? What version you listen to? Faith No More or the original?
The original. I'm answering for him.
Let's let Tucker Brandt answer that.
Wham easy. Jason's in for the fantasy league this year. Let's go. That boy.
Might just have a 32-team league at this rate.
That's all right. That's all right.
All right. We got one more more likely to happen. Are you ready for this last one?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
You can win a beautiful crystal peacock if you get it right.
I can't wait.
Yes, Mark J. All right. Vikings make the playoffs or Vikings miss the playoffs? What is more likely to happen?
Oh, this is easy. Actually, it's not. It's not easy at all.
Sorry.
No, it's not. I was being sarcastic.
Yeah, Thomas Hendricks makes a great point. I feel like Bradbury's like this leftover piece that they forgot to change, and he's just like the carryover. He's that like when you're wiping and there's this one more skid mark there you didn't anticipate as you're trying to clean yourself out. It's just they forgot to replace him, and now he's there, and they think they can change him. And to me, he's just this forgotten guy.
Tucker, I knew you'd go with the original.
Tucker. Is Tucker a singer? Is he in a band? He's probably in Georgia, Florida line.
Random.
I was pissed. All right. So, what do you guys think? You make a lot of makes here.
Yeah, they're making it. They have to make it. They went balls of the wall. I know we said this last year too, but defensively, changing it up, whole new offensive scheme. This team should have made the playoffs pretty much every year Zimmer was here. Come on. This is too damn talented. We have smarter people in the mix. They're making the playoffs. I'm not saying they're going to make a big run in the playoffs, but damn it, they're making the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be shocked if they don't, to be honest with you. I mean, you look at the NFC, not super strong, and you look at all the guys we brought in, this new coaching staff, maximizing Kirk Cousins' talents, playing to his strengths, a modern offense, a defense that, I don't know, I just feel like the 3-4 switch, maybe going to be more aggressive, not going to give up these huge leads. So I really, truly feel like this team is set to make a run. But I feel like this last year. So that's the the Cooper Rush syndrome, the guy talking in my ear. But to me, in my heart, I feel this team is a playoff team.
Shaquille Oatmeal.
Thank you.
Shaquille Oatmeal will be a fan favorite before we know it. I can feel it deep in my parts. And we can guess all we want. Let's see what this front office, this new coaching staff has to offer. It is, at this point, just we're just guessing. So everybody's guessing.
All right. So I'm going to guess at this. Tucker Brandt is in a band. Apparently, they're called Losing Six. If he can compose a One Bar and Lepicus theme, I think we would be definitely all in on that. So Tucker Brandt, I challenge you right now. Let's hear a One Bar and Lepicus theme song.
Wow.
Send it to us when you figure
That's
this thing out.
Tucker Brandt, you have just been anointed to make our intro song. Cannot wait to hear that. I will be checking my email throughout the evening to see that. Can't wait. I love it. And yeah, Billy Bats, where is Mateo the Potato? It is the off season, so we'll give you guys a break. But that was a wonderful game, I guess I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Very kind words. Yeah. The potato was missing. Same growing pains. That's what I'm afraid of, Jason. As excited as I am, as optimistic as I am, that's it. That's that Cooper Rush talking in your ear. It's gonna be something. And it could happen.
Also, a very good television show.
There was Boner.
Probably not the best name to give the neighbor, but he was Boner. But yes, appreciate everybody hopping on. We're going to be every 2 weeks, probably until, come July, I bet we'll start hopping in every week. So it's just going to be just for a little while here, but thanks for everybody hopping on.
Yeah, it's good, better turnout than I was expecting. So I appreciate everybody who did join. It felt good getting horned up again with all of you. I appreciate that. Again, if you want in on the fantasy league, join the Patreon. Let us know in the message board there if you want in. We will definitely get that thing going pretty damn soon. Oh, yeah. And also, remember this. There is a man living right now who has a penis on his arm. After his penis fell off due to a blood infection, Malcolm McDonald had a new penis constructed by UK surgeons. That's the United Kingdom, for you guys who don't know.
Thank you.
Who used the skin, tissue, and veins of his arm to make a new penis. He even gained a couple of inches, too.